so I'd be at work all day, so Candace would take her to the park and all kinds of stuff. She got to spend all kind of time with her, doing, that's where all them pictures come from.
Yeah.
And she was proud of her, and she built a good relationship with her that way.
Did she, when she didn't mind Candace, did Candace punish her or discipline her?
Never.
Never?
No. I mean, the worst we've ever done is like, with our boys, really. Some are just...
What do the boys do?
the boys would fight a lot.
Yeah, everybody spanks their kids. Everybody does that.
Yeah.
For sure.
But the worst, we'd make them do timeouts. You have to go over there, of course, no TV, no nothing, no games. That's the worst thing you can do is pull the games from them.
It's tough.
So every family has drama. Every family has drama. I mean, if somebody tells me their family doesn't have drama, I'm surprised.
Right.
So tell me about yours. What's the worst drama you ever had? I mean, I'm going to probe just because.
Our worst drama is probably related to drinking.
Okay.
Candace and me drinking, and that it can escalate and stuff like that.
Does that lead to violence ever?
Violence? Nah. I mean, there's been some violence, yeah, but I got in trouble there a while back over that stuff. But I was the one getting beat up.
Okay. So, how long ago was that?
When I first come back from Utah, we had Allie left Jose there, just dumped him out there and left him.
And who's Allie?
Allie and Hunter.
Oh, the same people.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
She wanted to be with that Jose guy, and she just dumped him off at her house.
Who's Jose?
He's just some guy that we don't know I don't know where he come from, but.
And how long ago was that?
I don't know, a year.
So it's been a year ago. There's a guy named Jose. How well did you know Jose?
Sir?
How well did you know him?
I don't know him at all.
So did he stay at your house for a while?
He stayed at my house while I was in Utah.
Okay.
And my wife she was trying to make me jealous, so I'd come back, and it worked very well. So I packed up everything in Utah and come back, and I flew across the country in my little truck and got back, and we was having a few drinks one night, and we almost started fighting, but he was calling me a cheater and said I did this and said I did that, and
in your house.
And every time he'd say something, my wife would push me. He'd say something else, my wife would push me. She just kept shoving me. About the 5th or 6th time that she shoved me, I had a beer bottle right here, and so I pushed it out of the way, and I grabbed that beer bottle, and I was going to hit that guy.
Yeah.
But instead, I just threw it somewhere else. So they called the cops, and so one thing led to the other when the cops got there, and they told them I had a gun in the glove box, which I did. I said, yes, sir, I do. It's a black powder gun, which I'm allowed to have, but I can't have it in my vehicle.
Right.
And I kind of forgot about that, but to me, with everything going around in our area, it was the safest place and most effective place to have it. If something happened to one of our kids or something.
Sure.
Yeah. But we realized alcohol and all that stuff's not good. And
Where were the kids during all this?
Probably downstairs.
Yeah, you think
sure.
when you say probably, they were, or you
I
just weren't
don't
cognizant
know.
of
I don't know where they were exactly. Yeah, I don't. It was later in the evening, so I'm assuming they're downstairs watching a movie or something.
Okay.
How'd that resolve? How'd that get fixed?
Oh, they took me to jail. My mother-in-law told them I put real bullets in the gun, so I was facing 10 years mandatory minimum.
Wow, that's tough. How'd that get resolved?
I had to hire the crazy thing about that whole thing was I'm facing 10 years minimum mandatory, and I said, Your Honor, please OR me. I'm begging you. And that man OR'd me.
Wow.
I know.
So what's an OR?
For folks that don't know.
No recognizance, no bond, just
Wow.
promised to appear, and I couldn't believe that, but that man OR'd me.
Yeah.
He sure did.
Yeah. You got blessed.
Yes.
Somebody's looking out for you.
Yeah, so I was able to get a gunsmith. They told me to get a gunsmith and show them that that was a black powder gun, which I was able to do. So they dropped it all down to a misdemeanor, and I was so happy. I was like, please, let me sign it before they change their mind.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that didn't fix the problem with you and Candace, though.
Well, no, I mean, well, that night, Candace's mother told him to pack his stuff up and get out of there and leave. And so she hauled him out of there that night.
And how long ago was that? About a year, you said?
Yeah.
Seen him
something
again?
like that. Huh?
Have you seen him since?
No.
How old do you think about?
I have no idea.
20s, 30s, 40s?
40, yeah.
Has Candace talked to him since?
No, she didn't want nothing to do with him. It's just, she was just trying to make me jealous to come back home.
Okay.
Because I was trying to talk them into moving back to Utah.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do. I had a good job up there, and I wanted to sell the property and move back up there, but she didn't want no part of it. So she won, I guess.
Yeah.
That's tough. It's tough.
That's the deal. It is.
But that's fine. As long as she loves me, that's all good.
So did this guy have anything? Did he ever interact with Summer?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I'm sure they did. I mean, you know.
How long was he there?
I have no idea. Allie, when I went to Utah, they went out of state, but Allie and them wanted to spend some time with them, and they moved, you know, all their kids in there for a few days and had their fun or whatever they did. I don't know. And so everything was fine up to the point that I don't know what happened between Allie and that dude. I have no idea. But she dumped him off there and left.
So I'm going to some more hard questions for you. Did you have anything at all to do with your daughter's disappearance?
Sir?
Did you have anything to do with Summer's disappearance?
No, sir.
Do you have any idea where she might be?
I wish to God I did. If I did, we'd go get her. I'd call TBI or whatever and say, look, I did this, I did that, I messed up. Can we please go get her now? I would have done that a long time. I would have done that day one.
Do you have any
No point in
reason?
lying.
Do you have any reason to believe your wife knows anything?
No, I don't think so at all. She's too tore up.
Do you think she'd tell you if she did?
Yeah.
If she been in a state where you could ask her that and she may not remember if you were.
I've asked her many times, what about this? What about that?
What about what?
You know, like what about her mother? You know, and then this or that, and what about this person? Her mother's ex lover, some woman. You know, I asked her that the other night. And she's already in an old folks home. You know, no, she loved her daughter. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah. So what do you think happened to her?
She was kidnapped.
Do you think there's something that you did that caused somebody to behave that way?
Well, with criminals, you don't really have to do anything. And I don't, you know, this has been brought up before. You know, maybe I owed some drug debt or something. I'm like, I got money in the bank. I don't need, you know, no.
Who would think you have drug debt?
I have no idea. Well, this is what TBI asked me.
Sure. They're going to look at every
It's a
side.
riot.
Yeah. So you're in
And
the
at that time, I had $3,000 in the bank. Why would I? You know,
Yeah. So you think somebody got her?
for sure.
How would they do it, do you think?
It'd be easy enough to sneak up that dog trail and stay hidden in the tree line. You wouldn't hardly be able to notice anybody there, especially if they had camo on. You wouldn't even see them. And they just have to wait for the right second for someone to step out that door or go into the basement or whatever. Our neighbors, you know, at that time heard a scream, and she thought it was a really weird scream, like somebody had her mouth covered the whole time, and she was trying to catch a breath, kind of a scream. She could scream loud.
How close was that neighbor?
Well, from the bottom, from Ben Hill Road down there at the bottom, their driveway is directly across from ours almost, and it just goes straight up to their hill, and we live on this hill.
So you don't think Candace would have heard that?
No, because I can pull up in our driveway and honk the horn, and they can't even hear that. If the TV's going inside and everything like that. So Candace is inside the house searching, going through the basement and everything else. So where's Summer? And
But I
then,
mean, when for the scream, so the muffled scream, she wouldn't be able to hear it from the front yard, but they could hear it.
well,
from
if she was outside, yes, but if she was inside, no.
Was she outside or inside?
Well, we don't know for sure. She was looking all through the house, everywhere. I'd say she's probably inside,
But when the scream happened, do you think?
probably. Because if she would have been outside, she probably would have heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does there anything about Candace's story that makes you question the story?
No, not the way it played out and everything like that. I mean, yeah, you always have questions, and I'd ask myself, and but the way that it happened and her emotions and her state of mind.
What were the questions that you had?
I mean, I don't really have any. I mean, I don't really have any questions. I mean,
Did you talk to your boys about what
the
happened?
questions, yeah.
Go ahead with that.
My one boy feels bad because he didn't go downstairs and play. And I was really down one day, and my one other son comes and he says, "Dad, it's not my fault." I says, "I know, son, I know it's not your fault." And I had to tell him I was sorry for whatever way I was acting, you know.
Sometimes you get upset when you get
Part
a
of
lot on your
being
mind.
human. Part of being human.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So when you had questions for Candace, let's get back to that for a second. So what were you?
Mostly about Allie and Hunter and their family and the way they turned on us suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
After as soon as Summer got gone, they turned on us, and I didn't understand that. And I don't know the whole story. I wish she was here, and I wish she would answer these questions
Yeah.
because she knows firsthand. I
You
don't.
gotta remember something. Tell us. You gotta tell us something.
I don't know. It's like they blamed us right away for her disappearance. Like we'd done something. You did something to your daughter or something to that effect. I can't be sure word for word, but I know it was something to that effect.
Yeah. I know you've been talking to everybody on the planet, but there's got to be some. What usually solves problems is what else? What else do you know that you haven't said to anybody? Or what else do you know that we haven't heard?
Yeah.
Such as.
We don't know. I mean, that's the
I
whole
don't
point.
know.
It might be that one piece that somebody can put a story together.
I don't know.
Is there a part you haven't said that you told me a couple things on the phone?
Yeah.
You've said a couple things. Maybe there's some things you haven't said to somebody else that you've told me. So think of the things the reasons you think she might be missing, or what may have happened.
Okay. Well. Okay. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to make my stepsisters mad or anything like that. I want them to just leave me the hell alone.